Today is World Mental Health Day, and it is estimated that between 8 and 13% of Canadians will have social anxiety at some point in their lives. However, this condition is widely misunderstood. Joining me is clinical psychologist Anna Maria Tosco to bust some of the myths about social anxiety and learn how to help those around us who might suffer from it. Good morning, Anna Maria. Thank you for coming in.
Laura, thanks for having me.
So what is social anxiety? Because many people might chalk it up to just being shy or being an introvert. But is that the reality?
No, it's really not. So essentially, social anxiety is an intense, if not crippling, fear of being evaluated, judged, humiliated, embarrassed. So it's like if you're on the outside looking in, you might say, well, I get embarrassed too. And, you just kind of brush it off.
Right.
I want to say no. That's not the case for individuals with social anxiety. There's something very different going on in their nervous systems when they get triggered in social scenarios that lead to a very real anxiety disorder.
So what are the signs and symptoms of social anxiety to look out for? What does this look like in real life?
Yes, so in the day-to-day, what it might look like is, let's say you go to a restaurant and you decide, I'm not gonna order for myself, I'm gonna have somebody else order for me. Or same in like a store. Like, I don't want to pay at the cash. I'm going to have somebody else do it for me. Or if you're in, let's say, a food court and you get triggered looking for your chair. You get triggered looking for your seat. And if you do eat in public, little morsels that fit on a fork and right into your mouth, right, to avoid the kind of embarrassment. And of course, what comes along with this is bailing or kind of canceling on social plans with family and friends. And in its worst form, severe absenteeism at school and at work.
Yeah. So why is social anxiety, so misinterpreted as a mental health condition?
I think people compare what they would do in the same situation. So they'll say, listen, if
They shrug it off.
Yes, and if I make a mistake in public, it's fine, you just kind of shake it off.
Yeah.
Again, no. But also what I want to scream from the rooftops is that individuals with social anxiety are mischaracterized as being mean or cold or rude.
Yeah.
And it's kind of maddening because in truth, it's not that they're uncaring. They don't want to be unreliable. Something real is going on within their body. Something's going on underneath the skin.
Can it just happen out of nowhere? How does one develop social anxiety?
So over the years, the data that I've accumulated with my clients is it tends to correlate with low self-esteem. So essentially they've been criticized their whole life, or rather they've been criticized somewhere in the past, maybe in the family unit, maybe in a sports team, maybe at school, where they internalized it. So they internalized the kind of criticism as true, decreased their self-esteem. So at that point, what might happen is they just start to believe it.
Yeah.
And then it's more like the inner bully than the outer bully. It might start as the outer bully, but then it's, oh, I believe it, and now I'm bullying myself within.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so how can we help? Obviously, seeking professional help is something to do, but how can we help, a family member or a friend who we suspect may be suffering from social anxiety?
Usually it's kind of an unwritten rule in therapy where the client makes the call. It's almost like it shows their commitment, it shows their motivation. But Laura, in the case of social anxiety, if they give you permission, take them by the hand, make the call for them. Because of the nature of social anxiety, they don't want to be humiliated, they don't want to be embarrassed, they won't make that call.
Right.
They're not going to go to the doctor's office or their practitioner's office. So it's counterintuitive for most other conditions, but for social anxiety, take them by the hand. I'm a teacher, I've done this with students, and it's made all the difference.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, psychologist AnnaMariaTosco.com. Thank you so much for coming in this morning on this World Mental Health Day. Important conversation to have. Thank you so much.